Hello, everyone. It's Anthony Bandiero here, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing you another roadside chat. All right, this question comes from an officer in California. It's actually a pretty good one, so listen up. It says, "All right, we conducted a stop on a male and female for jaywalking. They were impacting traffic before I could stop them. Okay, so a legit jaywalking stop. All right. Male is known by patrol and investigations to sell drugs. The female is someone I've never met. She is immediately challenging the stop, using some kind of power box to body block, basically, keep some distance between the cop and her, looking for escape routes, clutching her bags and keeping them within arm's reach after instructing her to set them down, right? She does not want those bags out of arm's reach. Stating that I'm harassing her, providing unsolicited information that she's late for an appointment with her autistic son, trying to get me to rush the stop, and other indicators of being involved in criminal activity. I would like to know what those are, but I get the point. Based on all those indicators, I felt I had enough reasonable, articulable suspicion to prolong the stop on her. She refused consent to search. Speak with the male, no indicators of criminal activity at this time, cut him loose. Now, the officer wanted to get a canine out there, sniff the bags, and go from there. And then the next question is, if the dog alerts, can we search the bags on scene, or do we have to get a warrant? Okay, let's first, talk about the reasonable articulable suspicion. I definitely believe that this officer has reasonable suspicion, right? What is reasonable suspicion? Reasonable suspicion comes from Terry versus Ohio, and it's a moderate chance of criminal activity. It's not just a moderate chance of any criminal, it's just a moderate chance that this person that's right in front of you, essentially, is involved in some kind of criminal activity. Do you think that this officer has given us enough facts to lead a reasonable person to believe that this female is currently engaged in criminal activity? Absolutely. Just think about the whole context here. Don't forget, the reason for the stop was a very minor issue, right? Jaywalking. No big deal. Most innocent people that commit jaywalking, innocent in the sense of not involved in other criminal activity, most people that commit jaywalking realize that at the end of the day, the worst that's going to happen is a minor ticket, a civilian infraction that they just have to pay some money on and go on with their life, right? They're not going to blow up like this and create this kind of scene. These are all indicators of something more going on than just a simple jaywalking issue. Also, don't forget, not only all these factors, but she is hanging out with a known drug dealer, okay? So does that help you? Yes, even though we don't have anything on him now, he has a history with police, okay? So, do we have reasonable suspicion? Absolutely. Next, can we ask for consent? Can we ask for consent during a detention? Not only can you should. You should try to pursue the least intrusive means to confirm or dispel your suspicions, right? In other words, I think, if the cop thought I had reasonable suspicion against me that there was something in my backpack, I think, and I didn't, and he told me, hey, look, I have reasonable suspicion, whether or not I agree with him or not, and he says, hey, can I search your bag? If I don't find anything, he'll cut you loose. Maybe that's what I would choose for me, because I don't want to be, detained longer than I need to, because I got things to do. At the same time, if I invoke my rights and I let the police search my bag, fine. Now, what's the next investigative technique? Get the canine out there, right? We have plenty of case law where police are sniffing a person's backpack and so forth, and it alerts, and that gives us PC. Now, the third issue is, can we search the bag based on the canine alert alone? And the answer is no, right? No. So the problem is that we don't have a recognized exception automatic, like under this situation, because the backpack is not in a motor vehicle, right? Yeah, the backpack is readily mobile in the sense that they can walk away with it, but that's not the motor vehicle exception. The motor vehicle exception is that the container was in a car, right? Something like a car, bus, whatever, airplane, was in a car at the time of the alert. Here, we don't have that. So, we have the probable cause. We don't have an easy recognized exception like the motor vehicle exception. What about search incident to arrest? I got to tell you guys, think about it. If this canine, it's a California canine, right? So it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be trained on marijuana, right? It shouldn't be trained on marijuana in California. So it's going to be alerting on something that is methamphetamine, heroin, cocaine, and so forth. Well, those are arrestable offenses in California. So, what about just arresting them? I know it sounds kind of weird because you don't know exactly what you have yet, but you have the probable cause. Why don't you just arrest them, conduct a search incident to arrest, and just go from there? That will definitely that'll work. But finally, if you don't want to go down that kind of weird route of arresting first, searching after, I get it. You can do it. Look at the Supreme Court case, Kentucky versus King, or it might be Rawlings. But the other issue is this: agency, right? This officer is absolutely correct. I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep this female, detained for a long amount of time while we go chase a warrant. That's not reasonable either. There's agency here that time is like ticking, and also it's more intrusive to keep them on scene for like an hour. In fact, you might even conduct a de facto arrest if you detain them for a long period of time. So the case in California in the Ninth Circuit is Snipe, SNIPE, where the Ninth Circuit has held that under these circumstances, typically the cops would have agency to recover the drugs and then cite them, I guess, because I'm sure you can cite for a personal amount of methamphetamine in California, right? You can cite them and release them, and that is agency. So I think that's how I would handle it. Me personally, would not get a warrant under these circumstances, but what I would do is either A, I'm going to arrest them, depends what I have, or B, I'm going to search it under agency, and if I find that personal amount that's going to allow them to be cited and released, I'm going to put in my report, due to the exigent circumstances, them being going to leave, no time to get a warrant. If we allow them to leave, we'll never see those drugs again. Also, I don't like the arrest warrant idea, right? I want to resolve this now. I don't want to go have an arrest warrant out there for this person where we can just resolve it right now. That's in the best interest of the criminal justice system. You're creating a lot more work for everybody by seizing a bag, getting a warrant, then getting another warrant for arrest warrant. At the end of the day, I would just resolve it without a warrant personally. All right, that's what I would do. I hope this helps. If you like what I'm doing here and you think that this helped you get it right every single time, hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. It's not much ask, but hopefully you see value in what I'm doing here. Until next time, my friends, you guys stay safe.